Hey guys, welcome back to my podcast. It's me, Remzy, or Steph, whatever you want to call me. Today I want to talk about music because music is amazing and everyone loves music. I don't care who you are, who you claim to be, what you do for a living, alright? I don't care. You like music. No. You love music. I know people that don't like every type of genre of music. I know a lot of people that kind of stick to like a couple, but not many. And that's cool, but you still like music, right? I've met a couple people that are like, oh, no, I don't fuck with music. And I'm just like, how dare you fucking weirdo. No, I'm joking. But that's a lie. You can't come out here and lie to me like that. Maybe you don't like pop music, the generic stuff that they put on the radio, and that's fine. I mean, they're not the worst. It's not the worst music I've ever heard, but at times, like, I don't listen to the radio anymore because they just overplay pop music. And there are songs, like, for example, Titanium, which everyone knows that fucking song. Like, that song was so overplayed, it's not even funny at this point. Like, to this day, I listen to Titanium and I want to fight someone. They just ruined that song, and it was such a good song. Such a fucking good song, and they just fucked it up by playing it over and over and over again. I am titanium. Fucking shut up. I remember I went to a festival and they played the song, and I just stood there and I was like, have we not had enough? To this day, till this fucking day, that song came out in what, like 2012, I think? Around that time. And to this day, you will put on the radio and they'll play that song. It's ridiculous. I remember there was one time I was driving in the car and I put on the radio and they were playing Titanium. And I switched the radio to the Spanish station. They were playing Titanium. And then I switched it to another Spanish station, and they were playing Titanium. And I was like, okay, I'm turning off the fucking radio, turning off the car. I'm going to leave the car right here. I'm going to walk home because I can't. It was so bad. Like, that was one of the worst, I guess, like, songs that were overplayed, because there was a lot. To this day, there's a lot of songs that are overplayed on the radio, but that song specifically is so abused that if it were an animal or a person, it would be dead. It would be so dead that at this point, like, the bones are dust. Because they've literally abused the shit out of that song. It's not even funny. Like, I know people that still like it. That's Titanium. I can't listen to it. It aggravates me because at the time, I depended on the radio for music. Because I didn't have an iPod. I didn't have, like, any special gadget to listen to music on, okay? The radio was, like, the only thing I could listen for music, and they just fucked it up. They fucked up that song, and I am scarred by it. I can't. But I will say, I love electronic music. Electronic music is my go-to. Doesn't matter what genre within that realm of music, it's just, I love it. I know a lot of people that like drum and bass, dubstep, techno, trance, house, like whatever, you name it. I know people that like that shit, okay? I like that shit too. I love that shit. I feel at home when I'm at a festival or at a rave. Like, it just feels, it's the music, dude. It's just, God, I don't know, like, you just click with a genre of music. Like, I know people that love salsa, and that's their music, you know, that's what they listen to when they're sad, when they're happy, when they're having a good day, bad day, whatever. It doesn't matter. They're gonna listen to that music because it's just so fucking good to them. It makes them feel some type of way. And I think that's why we love music so much. We connect to it in almost like a spiritual way, because it's just, God, it's just, it is what it is, bro. I don't know how to describe it. It is what it is. Like, I was listening to FKJ and Masego. I don't know how to pronounce his name. But they made this like song together. They did like a little live performance where they create a song together. Oh my fucking goodness. Both of them individually just make such good music, but together, that song is so good. I forgot the name of the song, but just look up FKJ and Masego, Masego, and you'll see the song. It's like jazz, like a modern jazz, you know? Oh, and it's so good. Like, I don't know how to describe it without being raunchy, but it makes me want to cry, but at the same time, climax. Like, I don't I don't know. It's just, it's one of those genres of music for me that just does something to me, where it makes me feel so many emotions at once that, man, I want to continue listening to it, or I want to continue listening to music like that, you know? I remember the first time I listened to electronic music, and I felt that way. I mean, not like wanting to climax, because I was like 3 years old, but just feeling so many emotions at once. And that was like my first significant time that, like, I remember that I fell in love with electronic music. I'll set the scene. I was 3 years old, and I was in the backyard of the house we used to live in, Carroll City. And back in the day, or back when I was that age, I would play in the backyard, and we had like a radio there. We had a designated radio because we're Cuban, and we always threw parties on the weekends. So we had to have one out in the backyard. And I would go outside to play and put it on, right, just to have like some background songs going on, or sometimes I would pretend to like be a famous pop singer and performing to like a crowd of people. Right? And this day was significant, right? I put on the radio. I was playing. My parents had like a little park that they built for me. So I was playing on the park, and I remember sliding down on the slide, and when I got to the bottom, It Feels So Good by Sonique came on. And I was dumbfounded. Like, I stopped in my tracks. I got off of the slide, and I looked at the radio, and I was like, what in the world is this? And where can I get more of this? I was just blown away. You're loving me so much, and the last one takes me high, higher than I've been before. Oh my God, that song. It's so good. It's so nostalgic for me now, because that was like the beginning of my romance with electronic music, right? But oh my God, like that, what I would give to relive that moment. I mean, I relive it all the time when I listen to a new song and it just like clicks, but there's nothing obviously like the first time. And it's such a amazing memory to me that I still remember it. I was 3, for God's sakes. Like, I know people that don't even remember anything from when they were 3 years old, and I remember that memory like if it was yesterday. It was so amazing. But I wish that a lot, like, I talk to my friends about these things, right? Like how music makes me feel some type of way. And I oftentimes, like, I'll listen to music and it'll affect me so much that I'll get goosebumps all over my body. And if you've ever had head goosebumps, like, it's better than sex. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Head goosebumps, if you've ever reached that level of musical tingle, you've hit your peak, dog. Like, that is the most amazing feeling ever. And I've had like goosebumps go from my head all the way down my arms and my legs and shit. Oh my God, down my back. What the fuck? Oh, and it's because of music. Oh my. And I've talked to my friends about it, and some of them just don't understand. Like, they've never experienced that, and it's so sad to me that there are people out there that haven't experienced that euphoric ass feeling. I'm sober as fuck, by the way. Like, I don't do drugs. I don't drink. Like, I'm constantly sober unless, like, I don't know, I'm sick and they give me some, like, heavy medication. But regardless, I'm always sober. And I, like, experience those things. And here I have, like, people that I know that go, for example, like, they go to festivals and they do drugs to, I don't know, like, have more fun, I guess, at the festival. And I've had a person actually ask me once when I was at a festival if I was on Molly or some shit, because my pupils were hella dilated, and it was because of how fucking happy I was. Literally, it was just like my natural, what is it, endorphins or whatever the fuck, just my natural body just being so incredibly happy and feeling so blessed to be at a festival that my pupils were dilated. And like, no shame, everyone enjoys their own things, but fuck, man, like, try to find a song that makes you have head goosebumps and come back to me, because you're gonna be like, what the fuck, Stephanie, I've been missing out. Like, yeah, bro, you have to find a song. I mean, I have a lot of songs, literally so many songs in my playlist that do that to me, but do yourself a favor and find that song that gives you the little head tingles. I hope you guys like this podcast, and I hope you guys enjoy your day or your night whenever you're listening to this. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, Girl Scout.